Again, number two, education department. So you have to, once you identify the Almighty, you identify your divine purpose, which is how do I utilize my unique gifts? What am I good at? What am I passionate about? How can I utilize that gift and that passion in the service of the Most High? So once you figure that out as a man, then you devise a plan. You cannot be a man without a plan. What me say? You cannot be a man without a plan. How can you lead a family and you have no plan, my brother? I'm asking a question. All right, make we continue. Education department. Reading books of all type. As a Rastafari, I am the reading Ras. I'm an author, so I've written a book. So I'm intimately familiar with the reading process. As a Ras, you have to always be reading. His Majesty was a reader, avid reader. Took several pictures with him reading for that purpose. Imported the first printing press in Ethiopia. Stimulate the written word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Almighty, and the Word was the Almighty. You understand? So reading have to be a part of your chad. Essential reading as a Rastafari man, the Bible. And again, it's popular now to burn the Bible and really Ethiopia is one of the oldest versions of the Bible. Every Rastafari brethren should read that version if possible. If not, find a version. This whole earth has been so impacted by that book. You would be not wise not to be familiar with the text, because you're going to look at the whole world different. And one of the great things I did in my early trad as a young youth university student, I read the Bible from front to cover, like I would a novel. And it just makes the world a whole different place, because you have a greater understanding of why things are the way they are. You can see how the book has been used politically down through the ages. You can see how the book differs from what people say the book differs, what people hold the book out to say. And you will also see that this is an African story. So I write about it in my book. So it's very important book that you should read. Other books, Selected Speeches and the Important Utterances of His Imperial Majesty. These are the speeches that have been compiled. You can add the wise mind to that. If you are a real Rastafari man, you have to read them book there. Because if not, what are you following? Are you following your opinion, my brethren? And what I say, when brethren give me words so that's contrary to His Majesty, I have to follow His Majesty, because I know His Majesty resume, and if I compare it to this brethren resume, it's not going to match up. So I have to go with what I see and what I know has proven results and outcome, which is His Imperial Majesty Bill of Nation. So that's how we deal with that. But how do you know what His Majesty thought process is if you haven't gone through the selected speeches or the important utterances? Another important book, the Autobiography. You have to read the Autobiography if you say you're a real Rastafari in this time. You haven't read the Autobiography, I'm gonna look at you. You might be Rasta, and that's maximum respect to Rasta. I can't tell Rasta what to do, but Rastafari is a legacy. Rastafari is a livity that has been lived. It's a historical record associated with it, a body of work. So I can speak with authority as it comes to Rastafari. Rasta is a vibration, and we give thanks. Some of it's good, some of it's not great. So we make that distinction. This is for the Rastafari man, because we have to set a standard to move this thing into the new millennium, into this new era. So the autobiography of him, I have to read the autobiography of him. Also the life and opinion of the philosophies and opinion of Marcus Garvey. As a Rastafari brethren, you have to read Marcus, so you can understand the potent power that is the Africanist diaspora. And study Marcus Trad, to see how cooperative economics can impact. And in general, as a real Rastafari man, you have to consume educational content. That means you must watch a documentary. We know so we have to watch some lion documentary, National Geographic and them thing there. Africa documentary. You have to be knowledgeable about world affairs, geopolitics. As a Rastafari man is a well-rounded man. You can talk on many topics because you have taken the time to invest and to read and to become knowledgeable, whether again documentaries and reading, because not everything that they have in books you can find on the internet. Not everything that is in a documentary or in a book is going to be in a documentary, so you have to have both sides, the technology side and then the written word. So that's part of your education department. All right.